Corporate training taught you the process, not how to win real conversations in the field. If you've ever felt overlooked or unsure how to speak up with a store manager, you're in the right place. Welcome to Built for Retail Field Reps. I'm Sylvia Gonzalez, a retail fields leader, author, and creator of the S.E.L.L.S method. This podcast breaks down what corporate never taught you about confidence, sales, and winning, so you can show up strong and trust yourself in the field. Let's get into it. Hey, let me ask you something. Are you a vendor rep or a merchandiser who writes orders? Then listen closely, because most of you listening right now, you don't have a sales problem. You have a how you're showing up in the store problem. And I see this all the time. Good reps, experienced reps, still leaving money on the table. And today, that changes because I'm going to break down the top 5 mistakes vendor reps make in the store. And if you're honest with yourself, you're going to catch at least one of these. And this isn't to call you out. This is to tighten your game because once you see it, you can fix it. Mistake number 1, walking the store without a plan. You walk in, you look around, check your section, scan a little bit, but there's no real intention behind it. You're just walking. And here's the problem with that. If you don't walk the store with a plan, you miss things, period. You miss empty space, secondary placements, cross-merch opportunities. You don't see them because you're not looking for them. Top reps, well, they don't just walk the store. They walk it with purpose. They're asking themselves, where can I add value? What's missing? What can I build on? And this is the part right here where you set the foundation for your entire visit. Because if you build the habit of walking stores without intention, well, you're going to repeat that in every single account. Same pattern, same results. So we need to break that. Mistake number 2, waiting for the perfect moment. You see the manager, but of course they look busy or they're talking to someone, and you tell yourself, I'll catch them next time or catch them a little bit later. But let's be real. There is no perfect moment. Okay, managers are always busy. So if you're waiting for the perfect moment, you're going to be waiting for a very long time. And what happens? Well, you leave without the conversation. And top reps, they don't wait. They create the moment. And here's what I want you to do instead. I want you to make eye contact. Give a quick acknowledgement, a nod, a wave. So now you're on their radar. And when you're ready, you go. No overthinking, no circling back. Just make it happen. Mistake number 3, overthinking the conversation. So this one right here, this is a big one because you start thinking to yourself, what am I going to say? How do I bring this up? Well, what if they say no? And now what? Well, you've turned a simple conversation into a full performance in your head. And because of that, you delay or you say nothing at all. And that usually happens when you don't have structure, no plan, no direction, no clear approach. So your brain starts to fill in the gaps with overthinking. And now everything feels harder than it needs to be. Now, this is not about having perfect words, but it's about starting that conversation. Mistake number 4, staying in your lane way too much. Now, this one I know most of you are going to be able to relate to, okay? Because you stay in your bubble. You stay in your section, just your product, your checklist, and that's it. But the real opportunities, well, they're outside of that. And I can't tell you how many times I've walked stores with my students and we find opportunities that had nothing to do with their original section. We find opportunities through cross merchandising, secondary placement, seasonal tie-ins. And see, top reps, they don't think like, where is my product going to go? They think, where else can this make sense? Where else can I add a value to the store? And that's a different level. Mistake number 5, not asking for the win. Now, this is the one that costs you the most. You have the idea, you have the opportunity, you even start the conversation, but then you don't ask, or worse, you talk too much. You go off track. You start chatting about things that are irrelevant and not even part of your intention. Or the manager gets pulled away, all of a sudden because he or she is needed somewhere else. And now what? Well, no ask means no win. See, top reps, they're clear, they're direct, confident. They don't hint, they ask. Now, let's run it back real quick. No plan, waiting for the perfect moment, overthinking, staying too small, not asking. I want you to fix one of these. Fix one of these, and I promise you, your results will start changing. So here's another thing I want you to do. Okay, the next time you walk into a store, I want you to have a plan. Okay, look for opportunity and take action. And if you need help with that, you do not worry about that because Sylvia, she's got your back, okay? I'm going to link my store walk opportunity checklist below, so make sure you download that, okay? Because I want you to stop guessing and I want you to start walking with intention. And now listen, this doesn't mean that you're not a good rep, okay? It just means no one ever showed you this part. Because corporate will tell you what to do, but they don't always show you how to execute when you're standing there in real time. And that is where the game is won. Now, remember, confident reps get bigger wins. Build the skill, master the system. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.